Stormtrooper twice lined up in rows. Let's go! Reviewing each one with the patch to his show. It's so plastic to metal, he knows them so well. Oh, wow. Stormtrooper swagger, his story to tell. Tune in for Bert, he's the toy expert. Let's go! From action to arcade.
Hello and welcome, I'm Bert the Stormtrooper, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Generation 1 Powermaster Darkwing with his Powermaster partner Throttle, or if you want to follow the Japanese Masterforce continuity, HYDRA. And I love this toy. Originally released in 1988, he retailed for approximately $15 to $20 depending on where you got him. And again, this is one that I recently picked up along with his partner Dreadwing. This is one of those that if you get him, if you get one, you gotta get the other. These guys belong together. And with this guy, I have now completed my US Power Masters collection. Very, very excited to have the entire set. So we've got Darkwing right here. He comes with the actual figure himself, and then you get the little Power Master partner Throttle included, and you get two weapons right here. Bring those in closer, you can see what those look like together. They are solid on one side and hollow on the other, so that you can plug them in together to form a double-barreled blaster. And there's a couple of ways that we can mount these on here, and we'll go over all of those in just a moment. Real quick, let's bring Throttle or HYDRA, depending on which continuity you want to subscribe to, so you can see what he looks like. He's looking very cool. He's approximately 2 inches tall, and he's done mostly in teal. His head and his torso anyway are going to be in teal, and he's going to have gray arms and gray legs. And then you can also see his little helmet piece right there. And just like with Buster, these guys had kind of an animal-themed spacesuits or fighter pilot suits. So his helmet was meant to look like a cobra, and his face would have been inside of the cobra's head. Very, very neat right there. And again, finally, you know, at some point during the run of the show, later on in the show, both him and Buster gave up their humanity to become full cybernetic beings right there. And then going all the way around along the back right there, you can see the little engine piece right there for articulation. As with most of these guys, you have the pin on the shoulder right there, so the arms would be able to move, you know, up and down. The arms, the shoulders are square, and they would put pressure on the back of the little backpack piece right there, which would then put pressure onto the pin that's holding the arm in place. So in today's day and age, you might as well just leave the arms facing down and just leave them alone, because you don't want to risk breaking that peg right there. And then the legs don't really serve any function, articulation wise anyway, for robot mode. They move off to the side for the transformation into the engine, which we'll go ahead and complete now. You got the little peg right there, you know, the port right there on the shoulder. So we'll line those up right there, and then that's going to form the little engine piece. Go ahead and set that off to the side. Here we have Darkwing in his jet mode. And here in jet mode, Darkwing is approximately 8 inches long. Actually, we'll do that part last. The height here at the tail fin is going to be just under 3 inches. And we have a wingspan of about 5 inches or so. Now, cool thing with this guy is that he has articulated wings, and this is for the wing cross combination. So if you want, you can bring those out like so. Usually in the show, he always had his wings back like that. He never really opened them unless he was combining. But hey, it's your toy. If you want to open his wings, I'm a fan of the F-14 Tomcat. I like to open those wings up sometimes. So there we've got about 7 inches wingspan right there. And then if we go all the way out like that, we're going to have a wingspan of approximately 8 inches. So, you know, it's cool. You have those options right there. Now, this also reveals a couple of ports right there, which you can use for the weapons. If you want to mount the weapons here on the top, you can do so. Just like that. And you can have yourself a couple of top mounted guns if you want to do that. We'll go ahead and bring in Throttle right here, and we'll plug them into place. And that's where the engine is going to go. And that's going to get him ready for transformation right there. Now, another thing that you can do, this is actually my preferred way of doing this, is you can take his arms and rotate his hands down and then put those back into place. And then you can put these in place, and now you can have some weapons mounted under the wings right there. You can also turn turn the fists outward, like so. It puts him a little too far forward, but at least it's something that you can do in terms of weapon storage, so you can actually have him holding weapons in his jet mode, which is pretty cool that you've got those options. So you can put them here, you can put them up here at the top, a couple of things that you can do. Now for size comparison, here he is with his partner, Dreadwing or Buster, so you can see what the two of them look like together. And again, like I keep saying, if you get one, you got to get the other, because these guys have a very, very cool combined vehicle mode, the Wing Cross, which I'm going to show you right now. To combine Darkwing and Dreadwing into their Wing Cross formation, the first thing we want to do is take the weapons off. Now, I only take Darkwing's weapons off. I don't do it on Dreadwing. I'll show you why in a moment. But cool thing that the weapons do is that they do combine. So take both of Darkwing's weapons right here, and you can plug them together like so. And this forms a double-barreled blaster. You can do the same with his. Now, what they tell you to do is to just go ahead and like double them up, and then you can plug them in on different places in the combined vehicle. I'm not going to do that. I am actually going to leave them separated, and again, I'm going to show you why in a moment. So, Darkwing's weapons, we'll set those off to the side. Let's start here with Dreadwing. Of course, we are going to plug in their Powermasters. So, starting with Dreadwing right there, we're going to take the rear back of the part of the jet right here, and we're going to fold this up on that double hinge right there. And then we're going to reach right here under the cockpit, and we are going to pop off these little stabilizer wings right here in the front. There we go. Didn't want to cooperate there and there. So we're going to pop these open like so and make sure that that's stabbed into place. He's pretty much ready to go. So let's grab Darkwing here. And with Darkwing, what we're going to do is we're going to split the rear stabilizer like so. And then we're going to pop off the nose cone and fold it back all the way. There's still a couple more things we need to do, but for now, this is where we want to be. So we're going to combine the jets together, and you can see where these two clips right here are going to go into these two ports right there. So we're going to clip those together like so. And once you have them straight lined up together, we're going to take this nose cone and this rear stabilizer, and we're going to plug these in together. So we want to make sure those are lined up, and then those are going to plug into each other just like that. We're going to take Dreadwing's wings right here. This whole wing assembly is going to slide back like that, and you want to make sure that we're getting it in. Let me slide these forward again just a bit. We want to make sure that we're getting into that slot right there. So again, we're going to slide these back, make sure they're going into those slots like so, and then we're going to take Darkwing's wings and we're going to bring them all the way forward like that. So with Dreadwing, what I did is I left the weapons in his hands, painted like that, so he's got those dual cannons coming out from under the wings. And with Darkwing, you'll notice that now we've got these ports right here in the back. So what I like to do is I like to take these and plug them in to those ports right there. There and there. Make sure that's lined up together. That way, and again, you can double them up, both of them, and then you can plug one on here, one over there, or you can plug one on the bottom or one on each side. You can do any of those things. But here we go. Here are Darkwing and Dreadwing combined in their wing cross formation. Just kind of this big, powerful combined sonic jet of sorts, what have you. And here in combined mode, they are approximately 10.5 inches long, and we're looking at about 4.5 inches here at the top of this stabilizer right here. Pretty cool concept right here. I actually quite dig this. It does look a little messy here. That does kind of look a little bit messy, but it's really not that terrible, and it's actually the way that it looked in the Masterforce cartoon. But there you go. There are Darkwing and Dreadwing, or Hydra and Buster, combined into their wing cross mode. Very, very cool. Absolute love this play feature about these two guys right here. To transform Darkwing into his robot mode, we're going to start by placing his Powermaster in his Powermaster slot. And here is the single most common break that happens with this figure. So the mechanism, the unlock mechanism for this figure doesn't work as well as any of the other ones. In fact, this is probably the weakest one that I found, because all of this is doing is it's pushing down on a piece of plastic that's using just force to kind of flex it to unlock right here. And over time, that flex just starts to give way and the piece just kind of becomes warped and it doesn't flex and pull the hook as it should. So you want to be very, very careful when you are doing this, and this is something that you want to look for with your figure. But what's supposed to happen is once you plug your figure in, you're going to be able to, if you pull forward on this, you can bring this nose cone up. You want to take the stabilizer and you want to pop this open. And you're going to bring the nose cone up and over, just fold it over like that. And this hook right here, as you can see with mine, somebody wasn't careful, previous owner wasn't careful with it, and that hook broke off. That hook is supposed to go right here. Now, if you see here, you can see this little black hook right here. See if I can get good light right there. So this little black hook is supposed to push down when you put the Powermaster in place. And as with most of these guys, mine doesn't really do that anymore. But that's okay. As you saw, I still have these two hooks in place. These are working just fine. There are 3 hooks in play here. So this hook and both of these move when you put the Powermaster in. These are still working and these hooks are still intact, so I'm still able to do a jet mode with them that holds in place, and I'm still able to do a wing cross combination with them, and that's fine. So it's just something to look for. Again, it's not hindering my figure in any way, shape, or form, but if you're like me, I have a broken piece and it does bother me. So just look out for that. So now that we are here, we're going to take the wings and we're going to move these up on these hinges right here, just like that. And then we're going to take the arms and we're going to move these all the way back like so. We're going to take the body and we're going to rotate it like so, which is going to bring the head out. Mine's upside down. So when you rotate the body, that's going to bring the head out just like that. Now that we're here, we're going to take the legs and we're going to pull them apart from each other and then bring them down like so, which is now going to allow us to bring the shoulders in to lock the upper body in place. Down here at the shins, these leg pieces are going to come around. You see the little clips right there. Those are going to clip into place. We're going to reach here, get the heels out, and then we're going to rotate the toe all the way around. So again, we'll get that heel out, and then we're going to take that toe and rotate it all the way out. Bring the arms out a little bit, rotate the fists, and there we have Darkwing in his robot mode. Now, here in robot mode, Darkwing is approximately 6 inches tall. About 6 1/4 if you're going up here to the back of the cone that's behind his head right there. And there you go, just kind of going all the way around so you can see what he looks like. He's got quite the wing pack right there. Now, very cool because these are on hinges. You can do that if you'd like. If that's, if that looks good to you, you can bring them back about halfway, or you can open the wings up. So that's something that I like about these figures, is that you have kind of a couple of different ways you can display them. Whatever looks better to you, you can actually do that with these figures, which I found very, very cool. Coming in close so we can take a look at his head sculpt right there. So he's got that gray helmet with that really cool purple V-shaped visor. I really, really dig that. And then of course you got that blue for the mouthpiece, right? Kind of like that teal there for the mouthpiece right there. And then continuing on down, bring it right about there. Continuing on down, you got a blue torso with a nice silver sticker right there with the Decepticon logo. You got the teal shoulders with the darker, kind of like a greenish forearms right there. You got the teal on the thighs right there, and then going down in a gray for the feet, or for the legs right there, and then again teal for the feet. Very, very cool. Articulation wise, again, not a whole lot happening here. The head is just static. The shoulders can rotate up and down, forward and backwards. They would be able to go all the way around if the wings did not get in the way. You got a bend at the elbow, 90 degrees. And then you got rotation at the wrist. Again, the legs, I guess the legs can go in and out. So you can do splits with them if you'd like. But that's about it, really. I'm going to bring in his guns. Now, something that I did not do with Dreadwing is show off the combined gun mode right there. So you can combine the guns and give him a double-barreled blaster if you'd like. Completely up to you. But again, me personally, I like to give them one in each hand. But, you know, that's what I find so cool about these figures, is that they have so many different play options right there. For comparison, here he is with his partner Dreadwing or Buster. So you can see what the two of them look like together. And again, if you get one, you gotta get the other. You want to have both of these. That is just so very cool to have these guys in a set. And then one more time, we're gonna bring in, let's bring in Getaway, let's bring in Joyride, and let's bring in Powermaster Prime. I'd love to be, at some point, I think I'm gonna try and set up a shot where I can take a picture of all of the Powermasters put together. Just because I have them all now. and it's just something that I want to do. But for now, we're gonna focus on these guys right here. So yeah, very awesome to get this guy. The only Powermaster that I'm missing now would be Overload. Overlord. Is it Overlord or Overload? I think it's Overlord. But yeah, that's one of those grail ones, but I'm probably gonna set my mind to that one and start looking, just so that I can have every Powermaster, because that would be very, very cool to have. Absolutely. If you are into G1 or if you're into Powermasters, these guys are an absolute must-have addition to your collection, and they're really fun Transformers. Even if you're not into G1 or Powermasters, check them out, because they are a lot of fun. Just all of the cool little gimmicky things about them. And all of the different display and playability options with these guys make these a lot of fun and an excellent addition to any Transformer shelf. And I think that about does it for the Transformers Generation 1 Powermaster Darkwing and Throttle, or Hydra if you subscribe to the Japanese Masterforce cartoon, as I do. By the way, go watch that cartoon, because that cartoon is awesome. What did you think of this figure? Let me know down in the comments. Give me some thumbs up, like, subscribe, and share with your friends if you like what you see. As always, thank you so very much for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.
See the best displayed on never ends with our toy loving